seven-time Pro Bowler and one of the greatest pass rushers ever, Dwight Freeney, here in studio. That's tomorrow right here on Undisputed. The Cavs won Game 1 in overtime last night, and for once it was not LeBron James carrying the team. He was just 12 for 30 from the field, but J.R. Smith scored 20 and Korver added 19. After the game, LeBron said, quote, "My teammates were unbelievable tonight." We're joined now by Rob Parker. Welcome, Rob.
What's happening? Joy, you look beautiful this morning.
Well, thank you, Rob.
What is that about?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I hadn't seen her in person in a while. And
When last time you saw me and Skip?
it's been a while.
Oh, exactly. You'll say, "Oh, Skip, that was a nice suit there,
Man,
Skip.
you look beautiful.
You look really beautiful."
Thank you, Rob.
Way to go, Joy.
Shannon's jealous that you're not complimenting
I
his suit.
see, my goodness.
It's showing. Rob, does LeBron have enough help to win the East?
Of course he has enough help. He has enough help by default. It has nothing to do with his teammates or what's going to happen. You know this. First of all, last night, Toronto was so awful last night that I think they started building a wall north of the border to keep them in because that was the biggest choke job I have seen since the Atlanta Falcons choked against the Patriots.
Wow.
That's how bad that was.
That
night.
bad?
It was that bad.
Wow.
And I'm going to say this. Skip, you know this. And I've said this before it started. They won't go 12-1 like they did last year to get into the finals. They're going to go 12-6, 12-7. They're going to lose games along the way because it's a flawed team and there's not enough guys there. But still, you can't beat LeBron 4 out of 7. I don't care about these other teams that are in the way. The Raptors, this is why nobody respects them. And we've seen this movie. Great regular seasons. They lay eggs in the playoffs. Boston's missing their big guy in Kyrie. If Kyrie was playing, you know,
Hayward's out
or Hayward too, right? Maybe I would say, oh, well, they could put up a fight. And even in Philly's case, when I like Simmons and I like Embiid and I like those young guys, they're just not ready, not yet, to beat LeBron 4 out of 7. So do they have enough? Yes, they have enough to get by. It'll be a struggle. There'll be nights when you shake your head and look at them and go, this isn't a really good team, and they just have LeBron. LeBron has to be on maximum effort just to be able to get this team to win. Last night he was fortunate because some of his teammates finally showed up. Even Tristan Thompson, who you almost forget can play. You know what I mean? You watch
Hell,
last
he's the
night.
guy he could play.
No, right. And then you watch last night, and the guy's making all kinds of plays, putting in baskets, doing what he needs to do. So will they get by? Yes. Does he have enough? Absolutely.
Yet at the trade deadline, you said that the new help was being dramatically overrated.
I still feel that way. I'm not saying you heard what I just said. Those guys, it's by default because the other teams are flawed. It's not about Clarkson or Hill or those guys. And Nance didn't even play last night. So it's not about those 4 guys who they got at the deadline. It's about trying to defeat LeBron James 4 out of 7. It can't be done. Not yet. It cannot be done until he gets to the finals and plays a real team in the Warriors.
If they play like this, then yes, it's over. But are you going to tell me this is going to be the norm moving forward, that JR and Tristan and Korver? Now, Jeff Green has been basically, I think, averaged about 10 or 11 points for the season. Last series, he didn't give us really anything. So if this is going to be the norm moving forward, yes, they will, because they have the best player and their role players are going to play like this. They will absolutely come out of the East. But I can't put no stock in it because I haven't seen them play like this enough to believe that they can consistently play like this.
But what about the competition that he would have to face? I mean, after last night, you can't have any confidence about Toronto.
It's one game.
Really? No, it's not. Toronto has a long history of what they did last night. We've seen this before.
It all depends. Now, I do not believe that LeBron James will struggle from the field shooting the ball like this, Skip. So if he doesn't struggle like this, he doesn't need this kind of production. He just needs to get some production. The bench scored. Now, the strength of Toronto is their bench. Cleveland's bench outscored them. So if Cleveland's bench is going to win, because I think LeBron is always going to give the starting 5 an offense, going to give the starters a nod. If the bench is going to play like this, yeah, the Cleveland can go very, very far. But I haven't seen enough to say, well, yeah, this is the new Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't believe it. It's just one game. Toronto, they're upset. Little baby dinosaurs will come back. They're going to put up a better fight, Joy. But
I think Barney would have put up a better fight than the Raptors last night.
So you're getting pushed back into a corner in which you're going to have to keep rooting for the Raptors because you keep giving them respect that they do not deserve. I said sweep, Cleveland sweeps before this thing started. I said Cleveland would win game 1, and they were a 6.5-point underdog in game 1. And I don't know how they did it, but they won it. They won it because Toronto couldn't. It was as simple as that. Toronto had 1,000 opportunities to win game 1. They're not capable. They're still Toronto.
Was that big country at the rim who missed those three?
Valanciunas,
Valanciunas.
big country played in Memphis.
He tips it completely over the rim. It's a tip to win the game. He airballed the tip. Is that possible?
Yeah. But, I mean, he and Porter, they struggled with layups. They struggled with layups last night. Valanciunas missed one.
Yeah.
Jacob Portal. He missed another one.
Yeah.
Pirtle. He missed another point blank layup. But
Do you realize, we haven't even talked about this, do you realize that a rookie guarded LeBron for much of that night, that Anunoby from Indiana, their first-round pick, but he was later in the first round? Do you realize that's who was on LeBron much of the night and certainly was on LeBron in the fourth quarter and overtime in which LeBron went 3 for 15 and often played, by his standards, pathetic basketball? And still, the winner is Cleveland. And the winner of game 2 is going to be Cleveland, even though you're going to root for Toronto because you want credibility on Toronto's side, because you want to say, well, look, it was a worthy opponent, right?
whoa. Hold on. They're the number 1 seed. And doesn't that mean something?
And by the way, they've already been posted again as a 6.5-point favorite in game 2.
They just going to keep betting until they get their money?
Yeah. Will you give me 6.5 in game 2? Thank you very much.
I'll give you 2.
And what about Lowry, the bad decisions he made? Did you the 5 after calling a timeout with 2 seconds left, you remember that? And then he can't get the ball inbounds and get a 5?
That's LeBron playing that Hawking defense. Kyle Lowry is how tall? 5'11". LeBron 6'9". He can't see over him. He don't want to burn that last timeout. So you take the 5 seconds. Thank you very much. We're going back down here and get us a bucket.
So the point is that you don't want to hear, because you want built-in excuses just in case the King has another off night. The King has plenty enough help to get through the Raptors. He had plenty enough help to get through the Pacers, even though it took 7 games. I don't think he has enough help because I just don't think they're good enough. This is where we go a different
way, okay.
But I don't think they're good enough as an overall basketball team to beat the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, maybe I'm a little nervous about what Boston might continue to do to them, because Boston is a really well-coached basketball team with mental toughness and guts that I haven't seen in a long, long time. So
that first game against Philly, don't you think that kind of exposed them? I think a lot of people thought Philly was going to go in there. They don't have their 2 stars. This should be.
They didn't have their 3 stars. They didn't have Jaylen Brown.
And Jaylen Brown. You should win that game. I mean, that's a blow if you're Philly.
You get outshot from the 3-point line 17-5.
Yeah,
you're going to have trouble. You're going to lose at Boston. So game 2 is huge, just away after, what was it, game you lost? The Heat beat them in game 2 and punched them right in the mouth, got physical with them, sort of Pat Riley'd them, and they went on to Miami and won game 3 and game 4.
But you still will not address the elephant in the room. Kevin Love is averaging 9 points a game, and he's the second best player on the Cavs. He's making $25 million a year. Can you explain that, Mr. Rob Parker?
Yeah, I can. If LeBron didn't run Kyrie out of town, he'd be all right. Kyrie, it still comes back to that.
Kyrie wanted to go on his own.
No. He found out that LeBron was trying to trade him and didn't like it.
LeBron didn't try to trade nothing.
Yes, he did.
LeBron was on the phone.
That's the real story.
LeBron was on the phone with Dan Gilbert.
He wanted Chris Paul still.
No,
you know it. That's the story. Skip. You know that's the story.
It wasn't about trading. It was just that Kyrie just got tired of playing and living with LeBron. He wanted
to be his own man. Yes, he wanted to be his own man. And LeBron said, Dan, do not trade him. Bring him to camp. And whatever the issue is that Kyrie and I have, I can assure you we can work it out.
Kyrie said he wasn't going to camp if he was still on the roster.
And he said he would have surgery. Can you tell the people why Kyrie Irving is not playing right now?
He has surgery.
Like my grandma said, boy, there's power in the tongue. It can bring on life or death situations. Not in all cases, but be careful what you talk about.
So, Shannon Sharp, the team is way better than you give it credit for, because clearly you do have LeBron James, but
Yes.
you also have a J.R. Smith who is capable of just shooting the lights out, and he did that for
For
Toronto.
you and for the other team.
Okay, but the fifth three that he made last night was
Yeah.
right in the face of the Raptors because
Yeah.
he shot it right in front of the bench. You
Yeah.
don't think that was a psychological
turned around,
dagger?
yep.
He turned around and glared at all of them. And then Kyle Korver is as deadly a three-point shooter as there is left in this tournament.
Yeah.
And that includes Steph Curry, because when Kyle Korver goes, it's like he's shooting free throws. I'm serious.
And the thing about it is, it's so pure. It doesn't even touch the
just
net.
effortless.
Did you see the way the ball goes down? It's almost like it goes between the net
You know,
without touching it.
Kyle Korver shot the ball 17 times. That's his most field goal attempts in 10 years. Well,
Okay.
LeBron said, I'm going to feed you. LeBron said, hey, tonight I'm just going to try to get, I'm just going to try to get.
Most attempts in 10 years.
And by the way, he missed 2 open threes that he could shoot like underhand.
And then he comes back off the pick by that double T set for him from 27 and switched nothing but net. And then he's wide open in the corners, the short porches, which is he's the best.
Whoa. We got accidents galore today. It's okay.
I talked about Skip.
See?
Now my suit really going to be tight.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you don't get any on my suit, I'm all right.
In your
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Joe.
Right here.
I don't know why I didn't listen to you,
I don't know
Joe.
why everyone doesn't just listen
What
to me. I'm
proof
always
is
right.
that? I can smell it over here.
Damn.
What is it, like
That's that
86
old,
proof?
that's that grain.
Is it?
That's that grain.
Skip, I don't know, but I think I just got drunk from that fella.
You can like keep some towels up here or something.
What still did you get that out of?
You know, that's from straight out of Georgia. That's that Georgia shine.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's moonshine for you.
Joy, I done made a mess up here.
Yeah, you're okay. So
As long as it's not on the computer.
I have a very hopeful prediction for you in game 2.
What?
We are going to have a sighting, a Jordan Clarkson sighting, and an I'm So Hood sighting. Watch.
I haven't sung
and
that song in so
enjoy.
long.
Yeah, just
I don't
watch
forget.
and enjoy. They'll get their chances. They will get their shots because Toronto is so LeBron conscious. All those other guys get shots. That's why JR was getting shots last night.
So Cleveland will go up 2-0. You're going to say those two guys.
No, Skip, it's not about getting the shots. It's about making the shots. Yes, eventually they're going to come. They're going to have to come with the double team because LeBron will shoot better from the floor. He will start driving the ball, and here they come. Will they make the shots? They had the shots in Indy. They just didn't make those shots.
Yeah, Rodney Hood is playing out of control. He just needs to calm down and slow down and stroke it. Just stroke it. Because, hey, when he was in Utah, he would come into games and make 8
Ain't no
threes.
pressure. Ain't no pressure in Utah.
I know. That's true. He'll slow down, and you'll be down with Rodney. You're going to be singing that song before this is over.
I'm so hood.
Yeah.
I just cleaned my house yesterday.
Yeah. Now you got to.
Did it get on your fancy phone case?
Nah,
You know what? You just brought me new candy too.
I did. Yeah.
It's all ruined?
He spilled. It's ginger tea in here. He just spilled it on the candy.
So,
before.
Shannon, in the end, I want to know, will LeBron help the help? Because he
Skip,
can't
don't do
shoot
that.
1
Skip,
for
don't do
6
that.
from the
Skip,
free throw
don't do
line.
that.
Seriously.
The man
1
had
for
one.
6?
The man had one off night.
1 for 6.
One off night, Skip. Is the man entitled to one bad night?
Yep, he is. But the 1 for 6, you got to.
And think about what we're saying. We're saying the man had a bad night, in which he had 26, 13, and 11, and he had a bad night.
For him, it was a bad. You would admit.
Russell Westbrook won the MVP, shooting 42% from the field. He won the MVP. LeBron James, we're talking about he had a bad night. He shot 40% with a triple-dub. But that ain't none of my business, Rob. I don't even know why we talking. Jordan, that wasn't a question Joe asked me.
You do realize that Miss Triple-Dub has lived with Russell Westbrook for 2 full years?
Mm-hmm.
He averaged that for 2 full years?
And what he got him? One more playoff win than last year.
Yeah.
One more. That's what you got. You got more help, and you lost more.
He doesn't have enough help.
Huh?
What?
That team didn't go together from
Who's
day
that guy?
one. It
Who-
struggled
Paul
all year.
George.
Wait, the artist who used to be.
Don't do that,
known
Skip.
as
Paul George
Carmelo?
is good.
Oh, yeah.
Carmelo got Melo. Y'all don't want to thought Melo was going to be Kyle Korver. When has Melo ever played off the ball a catch and shoot guy? He's a ball dominant 1-on-1 ISO player.
That's why that never was going to work, those guys together.
They traded for him.
No, I know. That's why.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. They had Kevin Durant. Why does everybody, we'll see if Paul George resigns. Why does everybody that plays there try to leave their first chance they get? Can you tell me that?
No disrespect, Skip, but it is Oklahoma City.
Oh, Kevin Durant spent 9 years.
Well,
I like it there.
thank you
not
for that
still aboard
transition,
there.
Rob.
Sorry
Thanks for
about
joining
that.
us. Should Paul George leave OKC? We'll discuss that next.
See, Skip, I'm trying to help you.
I know.